Hi everybody, here's Christian, and this is Teamwork Cast.
Hey everybody, this is Shepard from Teamwork Cast, trying to live up to my weapon's name.
Yeah, I'm Cthulhu, ready to steam.
What is your weapon's name, Shepard?
Incessant Evil.
Well...
This is like horrifying.
Isn't that the motto of 2017?
I love it. Just get evil.
Yeah. Well...
Get evil.
So yeah, we're playing our Monster Hunter Generations thing. As you probably realized after 140 whatever episodes. And today we are going to fight a monster.
Yep, we're going to do the quest Fight or You're Gone!
I'm happy. My weapon's gonna be pretty evil for him, I think.
Yep. It's from the Scared Hunter. Don't bother reading any further unless you're a true hunter. The type who loves that quiver in your guts when you're living on the razor's edge. Still with me? Go to the volcano. Something's waiting.
That was a really nice reading there.
That was good.
Really
so,
good.
Christian, I'd love it if you would talk to us a little bit about the sausage.
Sausage?
Yeah.
What's sausage?
How does making the sausage that is video games, how does that change your impression of actually playing video games?
Oh, so that's actually quite interesting. I've been thinking a lot about, especially we talked about retro games on the last episode, and so I gained like a renewed appreciations for retro games as I'm teaching game making to people. So one thing I've been doing a lot recently was the Pico 8 I already mentioned last time around. And I'm actually doing a lot of Pico 8 courses with my students. And the interesting thing is that you think with a like retro game, you think like you got this, this is simple. You think something like I'm asking my students, make a simple game. And they think something like, okay, I'm gonna make Super Mario.
Yeah, I'm gonna run from left to right, sure. It's
Yeah.
easy, right?
And it's just not. It's so hard because it seems simple when it's all working, but there's just so much happening under the hood, and there's so many details, like so much attention to detail that makes Mario work so great. So, for example, Super Mario Brothers wasn't the first jump and run at all. There were a lot of other jump and runs at the time, and Super Mario Brothers was the one that was the best-selling games of all time, and the other ones weren't. And so there's something special about Super Mario that the other games didn't achieve. And that special thing, realizing what the special thing is difficult to put into words exactly what was happening there. And so like one of my quests recently has been like trying to teach the students or tease out the little details that they're missing out when they think I'm just gonna make a jump and run game.
It is the little details that I mean, that's what we call polish, basically, right?
Or game feel, or juiciness, or whatever.
It can be difficult to put your finger on it.
Yeah. It's because if you could spell it out, then
everyone would just do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's really just about it has a lot to do with like animation, where it's like you have a certain feel to how things move, how things behave, how things react to you. And yeah,
I read I saw something like that. Somebody was talking about animating a sprite for like an attack animation. He's like, you want to get the action out almost immediately as soon as the button is pressed. You don't want too many frames leading up. No. This is for pixel-based games.
Yes.
It's
for every game as well. Like it's for like, for example, Monster Hunter and Dark Souls, Demon Souls, are quite unusual because a lot of attacks do have some follow-up.
Right.
Not follow-up, but like this wind-up.
Delay. Yeah, it's like Great Sword. There's one, can't remember if it was Dark Souls or Monster Hunter, but it was like there was a total of 14 frames between the point where you hit the button and the time the actual weapon actually impacted, which changes dramatically how like it performs compared to like Sword and Shield, which is like 4 frames.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a design decision, and even then, I think they make it so that the weapon payoff is so large that that's where you get the satisfaction. It's not the immediacy of the attack, but it's that, wow, this one hit, if I time it right, it's going to look so good. But if you did that in like a pixel-based game, it might feel like garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like this is exactly the kind of like wisdom or that kind of thing that you gather, you know, by experimenting and by tweaking things and doing that. Oh, I'm riding him.
Riding my pony.
But the thing is, like, you know, when you develop games, you are struggling every step of the way. So getting students to get into that mindset, whereas I'm gonna just reiterate doing the same thing over and over again and making sure it's perfect. They lose focus so quickly because they thought it was easy, but it's not. So yeah, a huge appreciation for old computer games. So maybe I think like in the next week or something with my students, I'm probably gonna be like, I'm gonna teach them how to record video. And we're gonna probably, like, you know, analyze certain things like frame by frame, counting the frames of animations and effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's important.
There's in my vacation, I've been actually reading Game Feel, which is like
it's a book.
There's a book about this, yeah, from the guy who made Velociraptor Safari, Flashbang Studios, and he wrote a book about this.
It's a funny name.
It's really great. He's like going into all these things. Like, for example, like we say like 100 milliseconds, I think, is the threshold where, or was it 400? I'm not sure. Like, there's a threshold at which we no longer perceive something as being instantly, like reacting instantly.
And there's, of course, different levels of human sensitivity to that, I'm sure.
Yeah, but there's a common perception that it's not like a clear, you know, border, but at certain delays between you pressing a button and something happening on a screen, you no longer perceive this as happening instantly, but you perceive a lag.
Yeah, I'm actually not that sensitive to that. I would like it if I were. You know, I could say I'm some sort of super Street Fighter, you know, Ultimate Champion person, but you know, if it's a couple frames, I really, it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
You know, some people are like, you know, oh, you know, if it's not under, you know, X number of milliseconds, it's unplayable for me. Like, I remember somebody was on a forum for the type of TV I purchased, and they're like, you know, I can deal with 39 milliseconds of input lag, but 48 is too much, you know.
Yeah,
and like, you know, you can count it, right? You can count the number of frames. That would be, right? So like a frame, I think, is like 16 milliseconds?
Yeah, something like this, I think. Yeah, depending on what frame it is. Oh no! Oh, it was sleeping! Oh, I was so distracted, I'm so sorry! I'm gonna trigger the bomb. I'm so sorry, guys. It's my fault.
Go through all the problem to sleep things, and...
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
But as a developer, you wouldn't. Well, I mean, you of course would never build lag in. You just have to assume though that, you know, with TVs nowadays, there's just going to be lag. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but yeah, that's something you have to be careful for. Like, again, like talking about animation, usually like anticipation for animation is like when you're making a movie. Like, anticipation is a big part of what animation is about. But as you said, like if you're making an attack animation, you actually, the first frame of the animation should already be the attack.
Right, and then show the follow through and the
then you will, and then with motion blur and stuff like that, you can like fake anticipation there, but you want to reduce the lag as much as you can. Usually, but then of course there's maybe some major attacks where it's like maybe the character reacts immediately, but then it takes some time for the attack to actually go through, or maybe there's like a charge animation that you trigger, and then it starts charging when you press the button, but it doesn't actually do the animation. Ooh, there is a lot of happening here. What happened there, Tulu?
Yeah, I went for a jump attack and he chin slammed me.
I saw that. I was there for that.
Yeah.
You were very brave.
Yeah.
So I've been
trying to break the chin.
So one thing I've been also doing is I've been to Morocco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Get some Turkish delights?
Well, it's not in Turkey. It's
They sell Turkish delights in Morocco.
but there were some sweets. They're drinking a lot of sweet tea there. Very sweet tea.
Like sweetened with just sugar or honey or what?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of sugar in there.
We're going to capture it because we're polite people, Christian.
Okay.
No, I'm almost there. So
He's lying on the ground.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. But what was the primary flavor? So it's sweet. Is it like black tea, green tea?
It's a mixture of a green tea and
herbal tea?
mint.
Well, that sounds refreshing. Was it was served hot or cold?
It was very hot. And yeah, it's kind of like the they call it the whiskey bear, so it's like a kind of Moroccan whiskey, so to speak.
Would you say that cold sweet tea is more of an American thing, or can you enjoy that around the world?
I think iced tea is a very American thing. Yes.
Can you get it where you are? You can just get tea and cool it. I mean, I know that's that's not against the law. They're not gonna. The Gestapo's not gonna come in and arrest you. You're cooling your tea, dirty American.
So that was something that shocked me when I went to back in the days when I was in San Francisco, because iced tea here in Germany is usually like a tea flavored like soft drink, basically. It's
like
sweet.
Carbonated.
Yeah, sometimes carbonated.
That's interesting.
But not necessarily. Just like, you know, like a sweet drink. And when I went to San Francisco and I ordered like an iced tea, I got like an actual cold tea, and that blew me away.
Yeah, do it all the time. Yeah, in the South, particularly the Southern U.S., they do something which I guess it would be great to do a taste test between them. They call it sweet tea, and it is very much like half liquid, half sugar, and then let's
be honest. It's called sweet tea, but what it really is wet sugar.
Yeah, it's really. They did a science experiment to see how much can we possibly. What is the chemical term? You know, suspend. How much? Yeah. How many sugar granules can we suspend in this liquid? Yeah.
When is their saturation point reached?
Yeah, and there's this question, you know, what's with the obesity epidemic in the United States? There you go. In a nutshell, we are literally
drinking ourselves fat.
I mean, it's like might as well put an IV in of calories.
I mean, that's how Morocco felt as well. But I'm gonna talk about this on the next episode. I hope you join us next time around, guys. See you next time. As always, good luck and have a great hunt. I think I messed it up.
No, you. Yeah,
all right.
Good luck and have fun.
Good luck and have a good hunt.
No.
It's awkward.
Turn that poison meat into a well-done steak. Squatty potty!